My name is Soraya, and this is my story. I was born not far from the Egyptian border on February 17. Now, it is impossible for Libyans not to understand the significance of that date. It's the day that the revolution that ousted Gaddafi from power began in 2011. 3 brothers came before me, but I was the first sister, which made my father wild with joy. He wanted everything for me, the same opportunities as my brothers had. And it's true that he even made me register for natural science courses. Had my life followed a normal course, maybe I would have studied medicine. Who knows? In 1981, Muammar Gaddafi announced, "We in the Jamahira have decided to liberate the women of Libya in order to rescue them from a world of oppression." Following his death in 2011, 15-year-old schoolgirls, sex slaves to him named Gaddafi's harem, were set free. Though their stories remain captive. Today, in the status quo, the #MeToo movement has allowed narratives of sexual assault to be heard and has made clear the insidiousness of sexual assault. However, it has been centered on the experiences of white, affluent, and educated women, feeding into the implicit message that believability, sympathy, and public rage are rights only reserved for certain women. Soraya, harem survivor, bravely tells her message, whether the world deems it worthy or not. Ashan Abu Khalid. This is for my uncle, Khalid, who was gruesomely murdered by Gaddafi's militia. This is a performance in remembrance for the harem girls, Khalid, and all Libyans. Gaddafi's harem by Anik Koja. I remember Mama saying to me, "When you're older, I'll tell you about life." But she never had the chance to explain anything. Gaddafi was ahead of her, and he destroyed me. At school, it was pure adoration towards the guide. He was all-powerful. One morning, in 2004, the principal addressed all the students and said that the guide was doing us the honor of a visit tomorrow. You can't imagine the excitement. So the next day I ran to school. But the first class, a teacher came to me saying that I had been chosen to present the guide with flowers. And suddenly, there he was. It all happened very fast. He pressed my shoulder and then patted my hair. And there my life ended. For I later learned that meant that's the one I want. At the end of the day, Gaddafi's committee called me to the principal's office and said to come with them. I was saying farewell to my childhood. We drove for a while, but then we arrived at a kind of encampment. I entered the camper when an unspeakable sense of dread grabbed me, as if my entire being was fighting against the situation. Gaddafi was inside the tent. His face remained expressless when he grabbed my hand and told me to turn around. I tried to push him away, but I did not manage. He beat me, forced me to snort cocaine, and then he raped me. How could I have been so oblivious? He was not a guide. He was repulsive, and he was the president of my country. This happened perpetually. I had a body that was perpetually covered with bruises that would not heal. Please, please. Please, 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 please. It was October 17. I had the TV on, and Al Jazeera was broadcasting images of rebellion against Gaddafi. Libya was waking up. It was the first time that I ever felt true joy since I had been taken. Real joy. And then he was dead. Executed on October 20th by the rebels. When I saw Gaddafi's body, I had a terrible taste in my mouth. I wanted him to live. Gaddafi died without having to account to the Libyan people, without having to answer to the whole world. I wanted to ask him, why did you do that to me? I was a prisoner for 7 years. You had no right to destroy my life. My relationship with my family continued to worsen. I had no more chances in Libya anymore. I was a girl who doesn't deserve to live, whose honor is at stake. Gaddafi governed, humiliated, and sanctioned through sex. Being abducted by him did not make me a whore. But to my family, I was. Libya has already forgotten about me. Please take my story and remember. Remember for me. Libya. And for the Halim girls. إن عملي الوحيدة it's my only hope.